name's Jim Coyle, and I am the president of PaperHost. I'm the one who has founded, developed, and built this little business that hosts documents on the internet, millions of documents for our customers, and provide a whole range of document management, enterprise content management services. It wasn't a passion that I suddenly followed. I tripped into it. We were part of the PC revolution. I frankly cut my teeth when the original PC came out, and in spite of the fact that I started with a graduate degree in computer science and went against the advice of both the company I was working for and family, who said go to work for somebody else, I said no, let's have some fun, and I started a little company. And evolution is part of it. We were there at the beginning. We were one of the pioneers of doing this on the internet. You got to realize that at the time we launched PaperHost as a new company in June of 2000, the internet was in its infancy. The best thing most companies could do is put a ISDN line into their business. The bandwidth of that was pretty thin. It's one thing if you're browsing the internet. It's another thing if you're trying to download a 20,000 byte per page document and you've got 100 pages. So it took an evolution of the industry to get us to where what we had been doing all along in an in-house solution could be done on the internet. But what do we do better? We were very lucky at the beginning that some of the contracts we signed pushed us to a higher level of both compliance, redundancy, reliability, and that's because we ended up by happenstance largely in the financial services sector, and they make sure that you're architected correctly in order to be up most of the time. I can only count myself as blessed, and again, I didn't come out of some MBA program that taught me how to go find the absolute best employees, but I've gotten there. But the fact is we enjoy what we do. I think everybody here is highly vested in what we do. In my old world, when we were selling those in-house systems, I could only upset one client at a time if I made a mistake. In a hosted environment, everybody's sharing the same platform. There's tremendous amount of leveraged good that comes out of that, both in terms of the cost to the customer and the amazing amount of features and capabilities you can give everybody. The downside is you better not screw up. And so we spend well over half of our time not working on just new features, but what have we missed? What could we do differently? And to that end, without again getting into the crazy technology of it, there are walls after walls after walls of security layers to get through that include checking the traffic coming in from the internet, firewalls, intrusion detection systems, what have you. When you look at uptime, the ability to come to the site and not get a message that said, sorry, we're down for maintenance, please come back later. We measure our performance every 5 minutes from 5 different cities all over the US. And so I can hand any client at any time, going back for years, a document or a report that shows that when we say we're up 99.97% of the time. So we do have some scheduled times, but we'll put that at 2 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. To me, my favorite day is when I'm sitting in the conference room with the developers and we're figuring out what's going to be next. That's why I do this business. It's why I don't do human resources or whatever. But the answer is there's still plenty of pioneering, front edge, leading edge, cutting edge, whatever you want to call it, technology to be explored. So if you're building your business model around providing a place for people to store stuff, you're really into an area where there's probably not a lot of opportunity for you. Where we excel is that we attach the technology we've developed to business processes. There are always companies looking for a way to partner with a company that can ingest their document outputs, whether it's paper, whether it's electronic documents. Nobody wants to go back to the days of looking at a green screen monitor in order to see data. They still want an invoice to look like an invoice. They want to be able to attach that invoice to a customer account. They want to be able to look it up in a way that is at least reminiscent of the old file drawer and file folder method. We would hope that any company, if they're doing their due diligence, would put a lot of weight on the fact that we have a long, prestigious track record, and I'd be willing to hand you the list of customers who have left me, because it's so small, as I would my current customer list. Again, it's not about just winning the price war. We are market sensitive. We offer very competitive pricing. But at the end of the day, we've done this for some pretty large organizations. We've become systemically tied into what they do. That can start to sound like you've got some sort of proprietary widget, and once you do business with PaperHost, you can't get rid of us. But the fact is, people stay because they want to. In fact, we're very adamant not to ever put our customer into a proprietary box. If they want to leave, all the data and all the index information and everything that goes into reconstructing a new document repository can leave with them. But we keep them there because we really pride ourselves on engineering solutions that are hard to walk away from.